Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Apple report for Monday, January 22nd, 2024.
But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever.
Let's jump into the charts. Just take a look at the big picture, work our way into the day itself. We had a long-term buy signal last May when we settled above this descending flag that is now in, still in the mid 160s, mid to lower to mid 160s, 163.56 to 164.97. We rallied off of it until July, fell back to retest it, and that I think was in October. And then from there, we rallied off of that significantly and quickly, and in the process, settled above this descending channel top that is now at 178.70. And that set off a secondary long-term buy signal. We did fall back following that high from, was that in December? And retested the 178.70 channel top. And I've been mentioning how this was a solid zone to buy into as we move through the rest of the first quarter. And last week's outside week, higher settlement on the week itself is a sign of strength. In fact, we had an early sign of that. Really, well, I can go back to this chart here. I'd mentioned how having settled above 187.16 was by one measure a buy signal, but I'm really and was really holding out for the descending two-thirds speed line as sort of the final shoe to drop. And that did occur, of course, last Friday. We opened above it. We didn't actually test it, but we came close to testing it, and then we just proceeded to continue higher for the day itself. And in the process, where are you? Almost tested the 5/8 upside Fibonacci at 192.19, which is still a session containment level. So this is the day itself. We can top out at 192.19, fall back to 191.09. 191.09 is nothing more than this pullback low that preceded the gap several days later. I don't put, I think it can contain intraday selling, but it's not one of those levels where I say maybe session containment. No, I think holding below 192.19, we can fall back over the next day or two to 188.06. And 188.06 is now part of a range down to 187.16. That is narrowing daily. 87.16 is pretty flat. 88.06, of course, is dropping daily. Over the next couple of days, they converge entirely. It is a range of support that can absorb selling not only for the day, talking to day traders, not only for 3 to 5 days, talking to 3 to 5 day swing traders, that if we test 187.16 to 188.06, we can round back up to 192.19 or higher over the following 3 to 5 days. But also, if you're buying that 187.16 to 188.06 area, we can continue over the next and should continue over the next 2 to 3 weeks to the 199.62 December 23 high. That recent high is likely now over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And I will also say, as I have been now for the last couple of weeks, last week or two, that last Friday's settlement above the 188.06 speed line does set up a 206 even and rising daily. I'm going to call this a 1 to 2 month target. I have been saying, when we were testing longer term support over the last couple of weeks in the upper 170s, I had mentioned how the 205, 210 area should be considered a 2 to 3 month objective. Last Friday's settlement above 188.06, I think, does put this in reach by the end of March or sooner. That allows over the next 2 to 3 weeks to retest 199.62, where we could top out perhaps on a weekly basis, fall away perhaps a bit. But I really do think that over the next month, two at the most, we should reach this 206 even formation where we could top out possibly through all of the second quarter. The second quarter begins April 1st. So, maybe I'm being a little robust there, at least on a monthly basis and possibly into later Q2. Overall, I'll take you back to this chart, which I've shown a lot the last 6, 8 months. 236.01 remains in reach by the end of the year. There is that, if I could redraw that channel top I just showed you at 206, that is coming off of here and rising. And I'll say that if we close above, in the coming month or two, above that 206 even channel top, that we're probably then just, I don't know, I'm guessing, of course, but probably just another 2 to 3 months away from then reaching the 236.01 longer term objective, where we can place a 2024 high. So let me backtrack a little bit and see if I haven't covered much. Let me talk upside today because, last Friday's buy signal above 188.06 does maintain a 2 to 3 week upside objective at 199.62. And so we could perhaps push or open gap higher above 192.19 on Monday. And if so, 196.16 in reach today. That is the low of the high. It can contain buying pressures for the balance of the day. But really, I don't want you to get hung up on a short position at 196.16. I do think that if we close above 192.19 today, we could, by the end of the week, reach our 2 to 3 week objective at 199.62, where we can place a daily, a weekly high. I think that's about it. I don't see a big longer term high here. I don't see a 2 to 3 week or a 3 to 5 week high back into the upper 170s, low 180s again. I think there will be hesitation here, but I think after having tested long-term support over the last few weeks in combination with our recent buy signals, I'll use an S there. Thursday signal above 188.87.16. Friday final shoot a drop above 188.06. That 199.62 high right here in reach over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And yes, once again, I'll mention how 206 even remains now a 1 to 2 month target. Now, let's cover the downside. That in the event we close back below 187.16, that is a significant reversal. And if you went long based on either the settlement above 187.16 or 188.06, my suggestion is to get out of that long position. You could even consider going short. And that could, if you're familiar with options, you could consider reaching for 178, 179 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a couple of weeks. I would go 4 weeks out on that. I don't think it'll take more than 2 weeks, but you don't want to buy one that expires in a week or two only to see it decay to nothing as the market approaches your strike price. So closing below 187.16, I'm going to say for 3 to 5 day swing traders out to 1 to 2 week swing traders. No good reason to be long Apple. There's plenty of reason to be long Apple right now for both of those categories. And as I said a moment ago, for the 1 to 2 month trader, 206 even now expected above 188.06. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. I think I've said enough. Anything beyond what I've said would be repetitious. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's Apple Report. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com for the 5-day free trial. You'll see 2 individual stock picks a week that cater to the 3 to 5 week to the 3 to 5 month swing trader. You also have daily triple Q, daily SPY analysis, broader market analysis in the TLT, interest rate analysis on a weekly basis, the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index. Check it all out. You get 5 days of it for free. And if you don't like what you see, you can bow out at no cost to you whatsoever. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's Apple Report. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Tuesdays. You have a great day.